What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And for those of you who pay attention to technology, a while ago Apple basically got caught purposely slowing down their phones to conserve battery, but essentially they were slowing down phones without letting the consumers know, which a lot of people think was shady and incentivized new people to go buy new devices, right? Like Apple was basically tricking people into forcing them to upgrade their phones by artificially slowing them down. And well, that's been out for a while. I guess today they ended up getting punished for it, so I figured we should talk about it. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Ain't no hand up, say, oh, you I know that bitch like me. Yeah, looking fresh, all white Nike.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a self-proclaimed Apple fan. I've always had an iPhone. I really just enjoy the OS. I've never been a MacBook guy specifically, but when it comes to iPhones, I've always been a big fan of it. iMessage itself is pretty convenient, so when I saw this pop up on the timeline, Apple to pay $113 million over deliberately slowing iPhones, it made me remember that they even got caught doing it in the first place, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it felt like a fever dream that they were artificially slowing down the phones. But genuinely, the fact that they're getting fined to me implies that even the government itself found the whole no, we do it so your phone battery lasts longer excuse just not good enough, which I think we all secretly knew, dude. Oh yeah, you're just gonna slow down our phone around the same time that a new one comes out and not tell us why it's running slower, so we all assume that it just sucks and have to get a new one. Gee, isn't that a very convenient thing to do? Oh my goodness, I wonder why the government was suspicious. Apple has agreed to pay millions of dollars to 34 states over its controversial previous practice of deliberately slowing down older iPhones to extend their battery life. The company will pay $113 million to settle an investigation by states, including California and Arizona, over how Apple was not transparent about its iPhone battery problems that led to unexpected device shutdowns. Instead of disclosing the issue to consumers or replacing the batteries, it pushed a software update in December 2016 that impacted the performance of older iPhone models. And genuinely, dude, I think that's what the big problem is is the fact that they lied to everybody about it. If they would have just been honest and said, look, we're gonna have to slow down the older iPhones in order to better preserve battery life because the technology just simply can't keep up with our current software updates, so you kind of have to pick between performance or battery life, that's just is what it is. I don't think that anybody would have been too upset, but yeah, when I find out the company has been slowing down my phone without my permission right around the time a new one comes up, it makes it feel slimy. And I'm not surprised that states ended up looking into it, dude. I will say 113 in between 34 states doesn't seem like that much money, and I know a lot of you guys are like, what do you mean? But genuinely, to put this in perspective, $113 million to Apple is literally nothing. They're a $1 trillion company. They have a cash pile of $200 billion just sitting around waiting to invest or do something with. So genuinely, stuff like this isn't gonna disincentivize Apple to do it, dude. But the fact that they are willing to lie to consumers is the reason that, I think being blindly loyal to any corporation is silly. Yes, I enjoy iPhones, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, dude, I can objectively look at this and say, wow, that's really scummy. But I also think it's adorable how people think that only Apple is doing this. I'm genuinely thinking that most big tech companies do this, and I'm pretty sure it's just a fact that nobody likes to acknowledge. Oh wow, isn't it weird that everything starts to suck right around the time that the new stuff comes out? And obviously a portion of that is just aging tech. I'm not saying that I expect my Xbox One from 2012 to be as good as an Xbox One Series X. That makes no sense. I think we can all agree with that. But I do think companies might have an incentive to purposely, slow down devices to save battery life, or obviously, turn down the graphics of a game so a console can keep up with the next generation. Yes, do I think there is a certain amount of it aging out and just slowing down? Absolutely, I'm not an idiot. But yeah, I do believe that these companies that are making hundreds of billions of dollars a year would be willing to do that in order to make more profit. And I think if you're denying that, then you're just naive. I'm not saying all all of them do it. But if you're not understanding that they'd all be willing to, then you're just a silly person. Big tech companies must stop manipulating consumers to tell them the whole truth about their practices and products, said Arizona Attorney General Mark, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, who helped lead the investigation in a press release on Thursday. I'm committed to holding these Goliath technology companies accountable when they conceal important information from users. I do think it's cute that he thinks $113 million is like holding Apple accountable, dude. Like I said, they're a $1 trillion company. They're literally gonna shake this off by like 6:30 a.m. tomorrow as soon as the stock market opens. And even if the share price is affected for a bit, I do have a feeling that this genuinely isn't gonna slow down too many people from buying iPhones. And that's what's even crazier, dude. Like, we're really living in a time where a company can straight up get caught cheating consumers, slowing down their phones without telling you, you know, and people don't even care. They're still out there buying iPhones. Like, yeah, I'm sure they lost some customers, but let's be honest, did it really offset their sales? The government investigated Apple, found out that they were slowing down stuff, not disclosing enough information, and that it violated consumer rights, and I guarantee you that the next iPhone is still gonna break sales records. Like, until consumers start actually voting with their wallet and letting companies know that they're not gonna get treated like this, it really doesn't matter, and I'm guilty of that too, dude. Like I said, I still have an iPhone in my pocket. Like, yeah, this pisses me off, but I don't know, man. Like, of course these companies are all gonna keep doing it if it really doesn't affect their bottom line. Sure, they had to pay $113 million to the government, but do you think they care with the billions and billions of dollars they made by tricking people into buying new iPhones every year instead? At the time, the company issued a rare apology, temporarily dropped the price of replacement batteries from $79 to $29, and added a feature to allow iPhone users to monitor battery health. We know that some of you feel that Apple has let you down, and we apologize, the company said in a 2017 statement. First and foremost, we have never and would never do anything to intentionally shorten the life of any Apple product or degrade the user experience to drive customer upgrades. Despite the mea culpa, I hope I said that right, it faced legal ramifications. In March, Apple agreed to pay up to $500 million to settle a class action lawsuit accusing it of slowing down iPhones to compel users to buy new ones. You gotta love their apology, dude. They're like, our bad. I mean, you can still pay to replace it. Like, we're not gonna give anyone free batteries, but we will make it $50 cheaper, which just goes to show you that usually they're gouging you to get the battery replaced. Like, if you can offer to give a service a $50 discount, then you've gotta be making a killing on that stuff. Even then, like, I guess an apology is better than no apology, dude, and obviously they do have the benefit of the doubt when it comes to like, oh, we purposely would never shorten the lifespan of a product. I just think slowing down the phone had the added benefit of pushing people to buy new devices. I don't think Apple was sitting there in the boardroom like, mwahahaha, we're purposely gonna trick people. I think they were like, well, if we slow down the phone, the battery lasts longer. Wink, wink, wink. In addition to paying the states millions of dollars, Apple agreed to provide updates about iPhone battery health, performance, and power management on its website or installation notes. So all in all, basically, Apple got to trick a bunch of people into buying new iPhones for a couple years, made a crap ton of money off of it, and then, you know, just had to settle a couple of lawsuits, pay the state a couple of $100 million anyways, and YOLO, they're home scot-free. The only other way I can see this affecting Apple is the fact that currently the government is, like, kind of on crack going after all these big tech companies, dude. They've got Mark Zuckerberg in front of the Senate looking like a lost little boy from the Upside Down and Stranger Things getting questioned about Facebook, dude. They're mad at Apple, they're mad at Amazon, they're basically mad at every tech company, and I will say, when you're going to court against the United States, having a court case from this year where you were caught lying to consumers probably isn't gonna help your case with that, but, you know, monetarily, Apple doesn't care. I found this little blob while I was doing a little bit more research. It's from Investopedia, so, like, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but I will say it kind of proves my point about how they really do not care monetarily whatsoever. While the settlement amounts from Batterygate remain manageable so far for Apple, given its annual net sales of $274 billion, the much bigger cost to the company is the big hit to reputation. We're talking about a company that has hundreds of billions of dollars flowing through it every single year, so, you know, the fines aren't really going to do much, but as I said, probably not very good PR when you're already going to Congress and getting yelled at. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you thought. I know this was more of like a boring news video, but I thought it was interesting, so I figured I might as well record it and get it out for you guys. If you did enjoy something like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on notifications. The grind will be coming back on this channel, that I can promise you. If you want more content, I do have a podcast called the SKUFFED. Feel free to check it out. Link will be in the description. Same with the merch. You can check that out. Other than that, if you want to become a member here on the channel, you can do that. You get a shout out at the end of every single video and a little notification or check mark next to your name. Duh, I'm stupid. So yeah, big shout out to Arrow, Logan, Nick, Venom, Typical Panda, Ansel, Master Milks, for the boys, Aaron Loves Scrubs, Antog, Chronos, TNT, Michael Savage, Way Too Psycho, Pepe the Gamer, Board, Braff, Imposter, William QWERTY, Daddy Chill, Christian, Pop Mango, Ender, Mackenzie, Geo, Kyle, Roblox, Parker, Jellybean, Sambroni, Wolfles, Potassium Prime, Benedicti, Man Madness, Brandon Grows, Slick Pickle, Kim, Dylan Chungus, Tiny Proxy, Zorik, Dashy Boy, Savage, Unreal Decoy, Y'all Like Raw Toast, Beige, Johnny Dude, Cosmic Ramen, Candy Rose, Fabulously Terrifying, Chandler Lewis, Ryuki, Sparky, and Why So Blurry. Thank you all so much for being members. I really do appreciate it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys all next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.